Hey everyone, I'm back with another update. In this episode, I'll cover news related to immigration and Minnesota. Of course, I'll end with the noteworthy tidbits. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senate Democrats are threatening to shut the government down again by the end of January over ICE and DHS funding, and Speaker Johnson responded by saying we are not limiting DHS funding in a dangerous time. The Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua ordered its members to shoot police in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the Department of Justice criminally charged the Venezuelan illegal who tried to ram border agents with his vehicle in Portland. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has revoked over 100,000 visas so far, and Scott Pressler exposed that illegal aliens were allowed to vote in Macomb County, Michigan. 239 non-citizens were found in the jury pool, with at least a dozen of those voting. Last for this topic, Illinois is suing the Department of Homeland Security to ban them from arresting illegal aliens. On to Minnesota-related news. Investigations are being launched after $700 million were found in Somali suitcases at the Minneapolis airport, and a Somali fraudster was caught trying to bribe a juror in a fraud case with $120,000. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent pointed out that the fraudster was actually given $200,000 to bribe the juror, but she skimmed $80,000 from it. It was confirmed that the anti-ICE organization that Renee Good belonged to explicitly trains their members to assault federal agents, on top of harassing and targeting them with their vehicles. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed a massive surge of federal agents to Minnesota, and Governor Tim Walz is suing DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to block the surge. Border Commander Greg Bovino revealed that in only 3 days, there have been well over 20 assaults on federal officers in Minnesota, which is quite the number compared to only one assault in 30 days in Louisiana. Americans are demanding the resignation of Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey after he incited more violence against ICE, and the St. Paul City Council vice president is organizing grocery runs for illegal aliens to help them evade ICE. Now it's time for the noteworthy tidbits, which are brought to you today by Big Fork Brands. Let me tell you about them quick. Sometimes I get on a roll cleaning or gardening, and I need a boost but don't have time for a meal. Big Fork Brands pork jerky is the perfect choice to keep my momentum, offering high-protein snacks for on-the-go energy boosts. Not only do they offer pork jerky, but they also make pork sticks, bacon sausage, bacon hot dogs, and burger and hot dog sauces. Products come in a variety of delicious flavors, including Thai green curry and maple and brown sugar for the meat options, and gangster and Chicago fire for the sauces. I personally think the original flavor of the pork jerky hits just right after tackling a big chore. It's a little salty and very flavorful. My discount code gives you 20% off your entire order, and it's currently the best deal available. Just visit bigforkbrands.com and enter in my promo code JADE, that's J-A-D-E, at checkout. All right, let's get back to the tidbits. President Trump announced that, effective immediately, any country doing business with the Islamic Republic of Iran will pay a tariff of 25% on any and all business being done with the United States, and the State Department told American citizens to immediately leave Iran as talks about striking Iran continued. President Trump announced that if the Supreme Court doesn't uphold his tariffs, the United States is screwed. So that's reassuring. Senator Mark Kelly is suing War Secretary Pete Hegseth because Hegseth punished him for making that video in which he tells the military to disobey orders, and Secretary Hegseth revealed the Department of War hasn't found any more narco-trafficking boats. President Trump will soon announce his replacement of Fed Chair Jerome Powell, who is now being criminally investigated by the Department of Justice for allegedly lying to Congress about the cost of renovations. A building manager in Washington was arrested for voter fraud in the 2024 election because she filled out and cast ballots that were sent to former tenants. The Department of Justice fired the Virginia prosecutor who refused to lead the prosecution of former FBI Director James Comey. Legislation was filed in the House authorizing President Trump to take over Greenland, and it's called the Greenland Annexation and Statehood Act. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem revealed the U.S. Coast Guard rescued a stranded 68-year-old man on rough seas and rocky surroundings near Puerto Rico. He had been stranded for more than a day and was rescued in the dead of night by helicopter. That's all I have for today. I'll be back with another update soon. Until then, please like, subscribe, and share this podcast, and follow me on Instagram and X at Shades of Jade Pod. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.